Hello, I'm Yuan, you're watching Exoptor. This part is the clamping device for the tool, so it will sit in here and the grinder will be here down. Let's see. I drilled a hole to hold the front piece and here the middle piece, and this plate here on the back will be the coupling surface, and the grinder goes in here, then this bridge goes over there, is screwed down, and then the grinder sits tight in there, it doesn't wobble, and yeah, I can push all the buttons and that's it. I put the coupling surface under it and I've done two mistakes. I put a support structure in the middle here, and there I need the piece where the thread is going through it, and so I can't put the threaded rod in here now, but maybe I'll just remove this part of the support, since with these big washers they should be able to hold on to the plywood. And the second part is this side is okay, nothing is correlating, and this side, it is binding. The two pieces are binding, and so there is more friction than necessary, and this is bad. So I managed to change the holes just by flipping the rail. So here the distance of these holes to the end is different than the distance from this hole to the end. So I just flipped it and the holes didn't align with the old holes, and everything is fine now. Just this part I haven't changed. I still do not know how I'm going to do this, since there are forces in this direction which would destroy the plywood, and I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, or I will put the carrier on here so that the rod has to be on this height, but this would be bad since the plate of the mounting will be like here and there is no space between it. So I think I will remove this part of the support structure. So now I have all the moving parts ready. You see, this is the Z-axis, and I choose the rails over an edge because then it limits the wobbling in this direction and in this direction. So I have two directions of wobbling reduced, and I again put the stepping motor inside this ground plate and yeah, that's it. And I'm going to mount the tool in here. And then I'm going to screw it in, and that's it. And then it's going to be driven. And it's going to work 10 centimeters, about 10 centimeters, I believe. At 12 centimeters it will slip out of the threaded rod, and that's bad. Yeah, and now I have to build the bridge. I'm kind of scared to build the bridge, because if I do this, this will determine how high I can mill. And this will also determine how wobbly the Z-axis will be, and it's a huge part, and I'm kind of scared. So now I've mounted the bridge, and I painted it blue since the wood that I used was ugly. I used 35mm by 35mm wood, and on this the Z-axis will be mounted so that it works. And since this is kind of wobbly, it is just glued in place, and on this side there is a bolt, and for this, and since this wouldn't hold, I'm going to put triangles made of plywood here, there, and on the back side. I cut out this triangle, and it has these grooves in here to fit over the rails and onto the structure of the bridge. And now it's going to be glued and screwed. The triangular support is now glued in and screwed, and I put there no triangles since I plan to put there the technics, the electronics section, and so there will be like a housing or so, which in it will be the support structure. So now I'm mounted all the necessary mechanical equipment, and from now on everything which I do new is not necessary. I took the axis and screwed it on with 4 bolts onto the bridge construction, and what happened when I drove the Z-axis is that these connections slipped and it won't catch. So I drilled a hole through it and put a tiny nail through it to connect the tubing with the threaded rod. So now the moment of truth has come. I'm about to cut the first piece. This was exciting. Let's have a look. There should have been connections on the lower part, but for the first cut, it's pretty nice. It is squarish, and hey, it's a cut piece. Now I've cleaned the piece and it looks pretty nice. The edges are not, the tips are not so nice, but I think for the first piece it's pretty good. Now I'll check the measurements. In both directions the piece is 2.5mm too short, which might come from the fact that I didn't consider the width of the tool, so next time it will be better. I hope so. I hope you enjoyed. I'm Yuan. See you next time.